Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the tier list for the Modern Warfare campaign. So in the last couple videos we played the entire campaign, the prologue, Act 1 through 3, and the Mile High Club. And now we're gonna rank them on a tier list. So let me know in the comments below if you guys agree with my ranking or if you think I'm an idiot. Either way, let me know. I will have this tier list linked in the description below, and yeah, we'll go from there. So we're going to go in order. So up first is FNG. So FNG is, you kind of start out on this training course. It sets the tone, introduces Captain Price, and challenges players to beat the fastest time on the training course. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one an A tier. It's kind of all encompassing. It gives you kind of a direction, and it's really cool that you get to practice the first real mission in this mission. And then who doesn't love a nice competition along the way, right? Next up is Crew Expendable. Crew Expendable is a midnight raid on a cargo ship. Its atmosphere is tremendous. It's dark. You can feel the boat rocking. It's action-packed. It's your first actual real mission. And the coolest part, I think, is that you get to practice at least the infiltrating of the ship on the previous mission as a challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that one at A tier as well. I think it's pretty awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve S and F to only have one mission in each, so that they stand out above the pack. They're legendary, they're amazing, and we'll kind of go from there. The next mission, we've got the mission Blackout. So Blackout is a nighttime operation where you help the Russians rescue Nikolai. Now, Nikolai is extremely important for the rest of the story. This mission was pretty decent. The sniper's cool. The night vision mechanic is cool. It seems like just kind of a mission from Call of Duty. I don't think it's anything special. I don't think it's bad by any means. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a B. B for Blackout, huh? Up next is Charlie Don't Surf. Charlie Don't Surf is your first USMC mission. It's a daylight raid of a TV station. Again, this kind of feels just like a Call of Duty mission. It's not anything special. It's not bad by any means, but it's not anything too crazy. I'm going to give that one a C. It's very average Call of Duty. The next mission we've got is the Bog. So you're defending the M1 Abrams tank. This is a continuation of Charlie Don't Surf. It's, again, just... I'm going to say this a lot in this video, but this one just kind of feels like a mission in Call of Duty. The coolest part is at the very end, some helicopters show up and just decimate a building. That's pretty cool. I'm going to give this one a C as well. It's just another Call of Duty mission. It's not bad by any means. The next mission is Hunted. Essentially, your helicopter gets shot down, and you have to evade Russian patrols and a gunship through a farmland and a greenhouse. And things get a little bit crazy. It's a little stealth. I had a couple of weird hiccups where, people shot when they weren't supposed to, and that alerted people, or I shot and when I wasn't supposed to, and that alerted people. I do really tend to like the stealth missions in Call of Duty. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a B as well. I feel like most of the missions in this game are going to end up B or C, because they're all pretty good. None of them are particularly bad, but that's where I'm going to put Hunted. Next up is Death from Above. So Death from Above is just another Call of Duty mission when you're in an AC-130. Anytime you're in an AC-130, it is the coolest thing ever. You just get to blow people up and blow cars up and protect your little dudes hanging out. And I mean, it is absolutely thrilling from start to finish. I'm going to get, this one's an easy A. I would put it in S if I had more than one S slot available, but this mission is incredible. You're just in an AC-130. That's the whole story, but it's just badass being in the gunner seat of the beast that is an AC-130. Next up is War Pig. War Pig, I'm immediately going to give an F. I hate this. I hate this mission. It took me an hour. Yeah, it took me about an hour to complete this mission, which realistically should have been 15 minutes. But I just kept dying. There was one part where I was pinned. The tank had stopped, and the guys wouldn't move forward. And so I kept entering the shop and getting killed, and I couldn't go on the other side either without getting killed, and it was this whole awful thing. And then once you progress from that spot, you're pinned again, and it's terrible. And it's also really short, and there's nothing good. I definitely hands down the worst mission in the game. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's awful. Next up is Shock and Awe. This is a continuation of the USMC story. Essentially, it's a huge invasion. You're in a helicopter. You are shooting things with an automatic grenade launcher, which is pretty cool, and you're in a helicopter. You get to save a helicopter pilot, and then, SpaghettiOs, a nuke goes off, and there's really nothing you can do about it, and you get shot out of the sky, and, yeah, so I'd say it's a very Call of Duty mission. I'm going to give this one a B, actually. The only reason I don't put it down here in the C is because getting to be the gunner of an automatic grenade launcher is pretty cool, but it's a relatively boring mission, so we'll leave it there. Okay, getting into Act 2, we've got Safehouse is the first one. So essentially, you take a mountain village, trying to find this dude Al-Assad. You finally get to him, and you receive a phone call, and Captain Price just caps this guy. Like, it's not even funny how quickly he just shoots him right in the dome. This one's pretty good. I'm going to give this one a B as well. It's a pretty decent mission. You can call in air support, which is cool. It's varied. It's at night as well, so you've got the night vision stuff going on. It's pretty decent. We'll put it at B and call it a day. Next up is All Ghillied Up. So this is one of the quintessential missions. I'm going to throw it as an A, obviously. But essentially, you get a backstory on Captain Price, or Lieutenant Price at that point, and Captain MacMillan. You sneak through essentially what is a ghost town trying to find Zakhaev, and you're in ghillie suits, and it's all stealth the whole time. It's a blast. It's a lot of fun. That's where I'll put it. The next mission is going to be one shot, one kill. I'm going to call this my S tier. The reason is, one, you get to shoot Zakhaev, which is pretty sick. I had a couple of issues. It did take me a couple tries because you actually have to calculate, or not calculate, but you have to wait for the wind to be just right before you shoot him. You shoot his arm off, and then you end up having to take Captain MacMillan back to this legendary scene under a Ferris wheel, and you have to survive, and it's difficult, but it's not difficult in an annoying way, and it's fun, and the weapons you use are cool, and there's a timer, so there's this huge like time crunch element. It's pretty badass. It deserves an S. I think it's the best mission in this game. Next up is Heat. So Heat, you get to essentially do the opposite of the Safehouse mission. You have to fight your way back down the mountain. You get to call in a shit ton of airstrikes. It's pretty cool. It's a really, really quick mission, but I'm going to give that one an A as well. I love the fact that you can call in airstrike after airstrike after airstrike to get you off the mountain. You also get to use the pre-wired explosives that are all over the mission and just blow up a ton of shit. It's just overall a good time, and it's also challenging in a good but not annoying kind of way. Next up is Sins of the Father. Essentially, you fight through a city to capture Zakhaev's son. At first, you take a gas station over, and then you ambush his convoy, but he ends up escaping. You get to the top of the tower, and homie just kills himself, which kind of propels you into Act 3. It was an okay mission. I'm going to call it a C. I don't really want to call it a D because it wasn't bad, but it wasn't particularly good either. It was just another mission in Call of Duty. Next up is Ultimatum. It's a night mission to rescue Sergeant Griggs and disable the power grid at the Russian facility. So it's very much context for the next two missions in Act 3. It's just another Call of Duty mission. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one at a C. It's okay, it's fine, but it's leading up to something. The next mission is All In. You have to assault this missile base, destroy a bunch of, I don't want to call them tanks, but they're light armored vehicles by planting C4 on them, which is pretty cool. You also get to break into the facility. So I'm going to call this one a B. I think it's decent. It's not absolutely thrilling to play, but it's still fun. Next up is No Fighting in the War Room. I think this mission's great. You've got a timer pretty much the whole time. You have to get through narrow little tunnels here and there and just kill a bunch of people, essentially. This one I also had some troubles with because it was a little harder than I wanted it to be, but that's just because I'm bad and it has nothing to do with the game. I'm going to put this one at B. It was good. There's a time element, but it wasn't the best mission out there. Next up is Game Over. This is going to be controversial, we'll call it. I think Game Over is a solid D. Essentially, you're stuck in a railway simulator where you're in the back of a truck, you're just trying not to die. There's like two things that you have to do. A helicopter comes in that you can't kill. There's nothing you can do to influence the outcome. You can't even move around in the actual mission. Story-wise, it ties everything together. You get to kill Zakhaev. It's just an absolute banger of a mission from the story perspective. But actually playing it, it's kind of bad. I think the only reason it's not an F for me is because of that story aspect. So that'll round out our list. So we've got one in each category at the very least. But yeah, it wasn't particularly thrilling, but you do get to kill Zakhaev at the end. So it's a little bit rewarding in that sense. Last up, we've got our bonus mission, which is Mile High Club. I think this one is an easy A tier. Essentially, it's a minute long, and you get to rescue a guy out of a hijacked airplane. You've got the MP5 SD, which is just a legendary gun. You have to clear out all the enemies. You and a team of, I think there's 2 other guys with you. You have to get to the VIP in time, and then when you get to them, turns out the airplane is totally messed up. There's nothing you can do to save it, so you got to blow a hole through it and jump right out. I mean, I thought it was a good way to end the game. The little postcard they give you after you beat it is pretty cool as well, and it's fun. It's repeatable because there's a challenge aspect to it. So that one's an easy A for me, and that concludes the whole video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree with my choices. I think I did a pretty good job. Again, if you want to build your own, I will link this tier list in the description below, and we can go from there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.